what is up? Good morning, actually. It's a Cooking with Trish. I'm making a lunchtime snack, but it's actually 9 a.m. So it takes a minute to make this lunchtime snack, but it seems very, very simple. And I'm really excited to try it because it's literally like my favorite meal and meals combined. So it's a mac and cheese, but it's fried mac and cheese balls. It's like a Cheesecake Factory fried mac and cheese balls. I had an issue with Cheesecake Factory. Like we used to go literally 3 times a week. We used to like love Cheesecake Factory. Postmate and go out like literally all the time. And then we found like plastic or glass or something, and like it was like shards of something in the mashed potatoes. And it kind of just like, it was in Moses' section. It kind of just like made me stop eating right then and there. And I was like, "Bleh." And then when we told the waitress, like, oh, thanks for telling us, like, yeah, we had that happen like an hour ago too. So it was obviously in the batch of mashed potatoes. And I'm like, if it happened an hour ago, why would you not remove that batch of mashed potatoes? Anyway, needless to say, it kind of cured us from the Cheesecake Factory, although I really do love the food. So this is kind of like a dupe at home. I mean, it happens. I'm not like, ew, Cheesecake Factory, but like, you know, you have one bad experience. It happened with me at P.F. Chang's too, like back in February. I haven't eaten since at P.F. Chang's, and I love that place. But just like, you have one bad experience, you're just like, you know? So today we are doing fried mac and cheese balls. It's the morning, so I also have hard-boiled eggs boiling back there. Yeah, I'm really excited. I will link below the recipe as always, and let's just get into the prep because it takes about 4 hours before this is ready because you just put it in the freezer a couple times, so you'll see. So this is kind of all the stuff you'll need right here. This is like for the like sauces. I'm using these baking or I don't even know what these are. Someone sent these from Amazon. I really still don't know who it is, but I'm using these. I got some unsalted butter, some milk, some flour, some salt, measuring cups, whisks, all of that. And then we're gonna use this little baking thing for the freezer. And then we have 3 cheeses shredded up. We have Fontina, Monterey, and cheddar. And then we just have some elbows that we're gonna throw into the boiling water. So we're gonna do the boiling water first, and then we'll get into the sauces on the stove. So, I got this off Amazon. We're going to do the elbows. Because once this is cooked, we can kind of just drain and let it sit. And it's going in the freezer, so it really doesn't need to be like fresh. So we're going to just put all of them in. And we are going to let those boil. And if you're hearing the boiling, like I said, that is my eggs for breakfast. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I am going to just go ahead and measure with my heart because I'm a cook. And I always put a lot of more butter than I probably need. Into my recipes, which I think makes mine extra tasty, my butter noodles, everything. So we're gonna just go ahead and put that in. I will try and measure the flour with tablespoons. I'm gonna put a little extra flour in too, because with the falafel balls, we learned that flour is what keeps us together when you deep fry. So I'm gonna do that. Like I said, it calls for 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to put a little extra in because again, when we made the falafel balls, unfortunately, there wasn't enough flour holding everything together. So I'm just putting a little more than anticipated, I guess, in there. I don't know. I think with our falafel, and then we whisk it together. I think with our falafel ball disaster, I've just been kind of scared. Oh, it's like not melting. Maybe I should have melted the butter more. Oops. I should have melted the butter a little more before I just went ahead and put the flour in. I don't know if this is the consistency it was supposed to be. This might be my bad on this one. Just to whisk it. Yikes, y'all. Let me go check his original video because I'm not really sure what I did. It said like cook for 2 minutes, but this is just kind of a flour. So it kind of did something here. Again, I hope that's enough flour in there. Let's just hope and pray. I might, when I make the balls, I might put like a little flour coat on there. I don't know, maybe we'll add like a little more flour. Because I don't know. I'm just so paranoid of the balls falling apart once we stick them. So, okay. Should I put a little more butter in there maybe to balance out what I just did? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna just do that because I'll feel better, I think. But I definitely don't want it to boil too much either. So let me just turn this down a little, because then the flour will be all gone and wasted. Yeah, this is never my forte, stuff on the stove. Okay. So now we are gonna add in the milk and the cheeses. So I have a cup of milk. Okay. Whisking that all together. It looks like his consistency, so I'm not freaking out yet. But again, when we make the balls, we can always put a little more flour, just so they hold. And now we are going to put in our cheeses. We are going to do a cup of cheddar. Okay. And then we have some Monterey. Honestly, this would be just a good cheese mixture if we weren't even burning it, so minus the flour. And then we are going to put in the Fontina, which was actually really hard to find. There was only like one at one grocery store. All right, so we are going to mix this all together, or whisk it all together to give it that cheesy sauce, which does look really good actually. So, and I love making mac and cheese like this, but I feel like I'll never get the consistency right. But I'm hoping because it's going in the freezer, because you're gonna mix it. Oh man, okay. You're just gonna mix it until it gets like really smooth. And hopefully don't spill too much like I just did. And yeah. I made a mess, it's okay. But it kind of bothers me. I'm not really like OCD or anything, obviously, but sometimes when I do that, I'm like, oh. So I'm gonna just keep whisking it together until it melts and gets nice and smooth. And it does have a cool consistency to it. Very impressed. It's kind of like stringy, I guess, because there's, oh, actually it's not mozzarella. I was gonna say mozzarella, but no, there's no mozzarella in there, but it's kind of stringy like mozzarella. That's a cool cheese sauce. Ooh, one day I have to use this and do like a mukbang with stringy cheese. Put some mozzarella in there. I feel like it'd be really stringy. I'm gonna add a little salt in this. Stir that around. Yeah, it's got a really cool consistency. I love it. Yum. Looks delicious. Mixing all the cheeses. Alrighty. Alright, so once it's smooth, we're going to drain our noodles and mix it all together. Now we are going to put the noodles in this pot. And they smell so good. And we're just putting this in the freezer. I cooled it down, which is weird. I put like cooling water on there, but yet here we are. Alright, so now we're going to mix in the cheese sauce. So, put a little pot there. We'll put the little, grab the cheese sauce over here. And it kind of has been sitting for a minute. Not a minute, but we're gonna just try and put it in, fold in the cheese here. I feel like it should be a little runnier than mine, but you know what? It's okay. Actually, it's pretty runny. I was gonna add more milk and I was like, no, you know what? Let's not. It's an interesting little mix. Seems like there's enough flour. And then we are going to mix it all in. I hope this is how he did it. I kind of forgot. I should have double checked. But I think he just coats it all. Is this folding in the cheese? Can you even see it? Yeah, because it's kind of warm actually still. I put cold water to stop the noodles from cooking. We're just covering it all with cheese. Oh, this is cheesy enough too. Why does it not look super cheesy? Maybe I should put more cheese? I always put extra everything, but maybe I should put like another cup of cheese. It kind of reminds me of like Rice Krispies. Let's see this noodle. My eggs are done. Oh, it smells like mac and cheese. No, it smells good. Okay. I was like, wait, I'm not really smelling the cheese. So we're really just trying to coat every noodle with cheese. A little ASMR. It smells so good. Honestly, I would just eat it like this. Wow. Anything buttery, cheesy, all of it together anyways. But I like this stringiness. It's giving me all the cheesy goodness vibes. All right, so sometimes I just feel like the sauce is spread out. Yeah, because when it gets in the freezer, it's gonna freeze together nicely. All right, so we are going to place this in the freezer for literally 2 hours and see what happens next. This is after 2 hours in the freezer. So now we are going to make the ball portion of it. So he kind of just cut them straight down. This is kind of like Rice Krispies again, because you kind of have to cut them. And I'm not gonna make them too big. Kind of cut down strips. All right, and then cut them across. These are tough. They have been definitely frozen. Which hopefully should make them easy to ball up. I wonder if I should make them into even littler pieces because they look, I guess we're balling them there, okay. Okay. All right, so let's see how these work. Wash my hands. Let me see, I might need this knife to help get it out. Okay, they cut. Oh my gosh, they are like frozen little biscuits. Okay, so this is how they kind of come out. And he kind of puts them into a ball. So I'm not too worried actually about frying these because they're not meat and everything's already cooked. So I don't have to worry about them being too big, I guess you could say. I guess it's like a ball shape. So we're gonna do them in a ball and then put these in a freezer for another 2 hours after this. So I'm gonna do all these into a little ball. If I think they're too big, I might just, I think they're pretty good size though. I think these kind of came out in good squares. So kind of shape them. I mean, they're already pretty much shaped into a ball, so it's really not that difficult. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna continue these for all the squares and then place them in the freezer for another 2 hours. And that way they stay together. But yeah, they're forming pretty nice actually. I thought they would be a little harder to manage, but they're cute. I guess I should have showed it before, but got all the balls balled up and I'm gonna put this in the freezer for 2 hours. I am setting the air fryer up to 350 to get that oil bouncing, bubbling, all of the above warmed up. And then we used 3 vegetable oils to fill that thing up. So get a lot of vegetable oil for this. Have our mac and cheese balls out of the freezer. And then this is our breading station. So we have some flour, we are going to crack eggs. I have like 5 eggs and a cup of milk. Milk I don't usually put in it, but this recipe said to, so we're going to just do the eggs in there. And again, this is kind of like your basic frying thing, except we're gonna double dip on the yolk. Ooh, I love that, the yolk coming out like that. Ooh, it looks so cool. Okay. So he put 2 eggs. I'm just gonna put more because I feel like I use a lot of batter all the time and I always seem to run out of eggs. So I'm putting like 5 in. I also feel like I have more mac and cheese to fry. Even though there's only 2 of us. I just have high hopes for this, I guess. Cracking the eggs. And then we're gonna add milk to this mixture, which is really, that's kind of crazy. And these panko crumbs are also like so good. These are like my favorite. I don't know if they have them at your store, but they're really, really good. I recently switched to those, so yeah. So now we're gonna do a cup of milk in the egg wash. Okay. Pour that in. It's in the sink behind me. All right, and now we're going to mix that all together. Oh, there might be a shell in there, hold on. Let's see how this goes. I always bread stuff, but for some reason I'm like nervous for this. I don't know why. I feel like because it's a different texture, different material. So we're gonna just go ahead and take, ooh, these are, these were frozen. Okay, that's pretty cool. We're gonna take one of the balls and we are going to do the flour first, covered in flour, which is good because like with hummus, or when we made falafel, you didn't cover it in flour, so you really had to have the flour in there. So this is kind of nice that it has it. And then we're going to put it in the egg wash. Okay. And cover it really good. And then we're gonna put it in panko. This is like the tricky part because you're gonna double dip it. So we're gonna do it in panko. Maybe I should have got a bowl for the panko, I don't know. And then it looks like we're gonna like dip it back in. So, I don't know, y'all. All right, this one probably didn't turn out the best, but let's see. And usually I do better at panko. Usually I like coat the panko like this. Just like nervous. And it takes a lot. I think I have extra panko because it does take a lot of panko in there, but I'm just gonna pat that on and yeah. Hopefully that's good for the double dip. We'll try one more for good luck. So we're gonna put that over there to fry. I'm gonna try a little bit of a smaller one right here. So we're gonna really coat that in flour. I try and get everything coated. That's why I put a lot of flour because all my favorite people always like, make sure you get everything coated. And we're gonna put a lot of egg wash on it. It's so weird with the milk. I feel like that's such a weird consistency. All right, and then we're going to pile on the panko, but we're double dipping, so I'm gonna go back in. And this kitchen is gonna be such a mess. All right, back in with that, and then we're gonna do more panko crumbs. All right, so this is like the finished product. We're starting with these because it took a lot of panko. Panko's basically all gone, so we're gonna start with these, and we're gonna pop them in the air fryer at 350. Okay, so now we have the air fryer, so I'm going to go ahead and just put them in the basket first. So I'm going to try and put maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 in at a time. Okay, so scary. All right, now we're going to put it in. Woo. All right, and see when they turn golden, I guess. Wow, was that transition? That was good. That was out of nowhere. All right, guys, so now is the taste test. We did cut one open and we just had to put them in a little longer because they weren't like super gooey, but they tasted pretty good. We each had a little bite. They tasted pretty good, but these are the fresh. Well, these are really fresh. Which ones are these?
These on the top.
Ooh, that one's fresh. Okay, they all feel hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm nervous to bite into it now.
They should just, with a knife.
Cut it?
Yeah, I wouldn't just bite into it because we just don't know.
Yeah. how hot it is. I want to just bite into it. All right, let's cut in. They're so crispy.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Yeah, this looks really good. All right, there you go. I haven't even shown my Instagram. Wow. Ooh, look at the steaming cheese. Is that one from the top? It's so steamy it fell apart.
Okay, so
all right, let me.
fried mac and cheese balls at the Cheesecake Factory.
How was it? Is it hot?
Mm-hmm.
Should I be scared?
No, I mean, hot good.
All right, I'm gonna try one of these on my thing. Because I did it on TikTok, but it wasn't really gooey before, so I'm gonna try it. All right. All right, taste test. So good.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'm attempting to make some.
that was better.
ASMR.
I know. Oh, they're
Yeah.
really good.
The breading is so good.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, I have to share this on my TikTok or my Instagram.
Let me share it too.
Show what that wifey skills be doing. I should do a little taste test for this too. These I was really excited about, so I'm gonna do a little taste. Selfie. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Oh, the flash. Sorry.
It's so
Do you
good.
like it for real?
Mm-hmm.
Better than Cheesecake Factory? Better than the restaurant?
Yeah, there's like no plastic in it.
That's what I was saying earlier. You guys, these are like 10 out of 10. They're so good. That crisp, that crunch, that fried mac and cheese, better than Cheesecake Factory. They're better.
The breading.
Well, the breading is very tough.
The breading is good. The cheese is good.
Yeah, the cheese is so good. I love it. Yeah, the breading is. I'm telling you, I think it's those panko crumbs. Because
Yeah,
when we make the schnitzel too, it's like so good.
but these are perfect. This panko is perfect for this one because it's like has a little sweetness to it.
Oh yeah. And Cheesecake Factory, theirs is a little more softer. They're not as crispy. I like the crispy though. That's what I like. Well,
Well, depends. I mean, when you bite into the plastic, it's pretty crispy.
did we tell that story?
And no, not really. Not here.
I kind of said it at the beginning,
I
but
think it was more like on Twitter. Like
it was actually your mashed potatoes you should tell story. Because I said at the beginning why I don't want to eat at Cheesecake Factory anymore. It happens, but go ahead, you tell it from your perspective. Because it happened to you, but I was there.
I was just lucky because you know how when you take a bite of something and it's mashed potatoes, so it's like you bite it, like you don't. And I don't know why. Like I didn't take like a strong bite. I was just like softly, and suddenly I feel something so sharp in my mouth, and it was literally like a shard, like a big piece of plastic that was like sharp and everything. And it's actually kind of like glass, like it's a really strong plastic. I thought it was glass at the beginning. So then I was like, wow, no, like I was so shocked that it was in there. And then I just felt like I was so lucky I didn't like, either got into my gums, broke my teeth, something.
Because you're like a slow, softer eater. If it was me, I would probably would have swallowed it. Especially mashed potatoes. Like I don't chew mashed potatoes.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was something else, I would be more careful even. But mashed potatoes, like. So then when we talked to the waitress, we're like, hey,
This is the part that
there's
gets
like,
me.
yeah, there was a piece of, plastic in a mashed potato, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, like some other people had that too.
Can you imagine?
I was
Why?
like,
Why?
How did you not, the first time you heard about it, how did you not take that whole batch of mashed potato and just throw it out the trash?
Yeah, she's like, oh, earlier someone did have that happen too.
I was just like,
So
that's the moment.
I always feel weird like complaining about stuff, but I'm like, well, they should know for that reason to take the potatoes off. But the fact that they didn't take the potatoes off, but then also that it happened to someone else. So it happened to someone else, so they know we weren't like lying. I mean, why would we? But like, why? We weren't lying. But they didn't even like. What do they offer you? Like another appetizer or something? They're just like, you can have another appetizer. I'm like, we don't want to eat any more food. I stopped eating my food, and we haven't been back since. What was that like? April, March. It was. And it's so sad because that was like our spot. Like we went there all the time. They're just the way they handled it was so weird. They're like, "You want more food?" I'm like, "I don't want any more food from your contaminated kitchen."
That was weird.
Yeah, because you've suggested going back there a couple times, and I'm like, I just can't get past it yet. Even for their fried mac and cheese balls, which I love.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
Well, a lot of work though for these. Like a 5-hour process.
Yeah, but 4 of those, it's just sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I guess it's not that hard. The only thing I would say is also more cheese. I knew it. I knew when I made the mac and cheese. We did the cup, but like I always feel like there should be more cheddar or something in it.
Maybe there was less pasta, so it's like more.
Oh right, so the cheese kind of maybe.
But I think like if you have guests, you can make this, you know, and then like I would make a bunch of this, put it on a tray, and put it in the oven just to stay warm.
Oh.
You know, just to keep it warm, and then when the guests are here, just serve it warm.
Yeah. These are really fun. I think these are just more like fun things. I don't know. I love these. I've been wanting to make them for so long. There's a lot of recipes, but this one is.
But yeah, it's.
And what makes it bad for you? I know it's bad because it's fried, but why? And it's vegetable oil.
I don't know. I think, I mean, when you make it at home with fresh oil, it's not as bad. Just know in restaurants, like they reuse the same oil all
But why
day.
would that even make it worse? Like, how would that make it fatty?
I don't know. I don't know
Or
if
not
oil
healthy.
is just about fat. I think it's also. I don't know.
Because you always hear, oh, fried food's so bad for you, which I get, but like, why? Let us know, nutrition experts.
I'm sure they will.
I mean, obviously we know not to eat fried food, but this is a good little. So this is supposed to be at lunch, but it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock now. All right, dinner.
Well, it's good.
It's so good. I'm glad you like it
I
too.
think you nailed it. Like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, what else would you do?
That's like the highest you can rate a dish. I don't think you've ever given anything a 10 out of 10.
As far as like these are the best I've had.
Give them mashed potatoes. I wonder what fried mashed potatoes. Mashed potato balls. I feel like
What's it
there is
called?
something.
Oh man, it's like
Is it?
a Japanese. Oh man, the name escapes me now, but they do that. They take
Potato ball? Like Portos, the things my mom gets,
mashed potatoes,
and meatloaf.
panko crumb, and deep fry it.
Yeah, there's usually meat in there, right?
No, it doesn't have to be. No,
Oh.
just mashed potato, and it's so good. I can't remember the name of it now. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's Japanese.
Mhm.
There's a Mexican one, which I know that's not what you're thinking, but there's a potato cheese. They call them flautas. I keep calling them like taquitos, but they're called like flautas online, and it's like potato cheese rolled up in a tortilla fried. I'm like, I want that. They're filling.
It's called croquette. Like it's spelled like croquette, like
the game?
Like French.
Oh,
It's like croquette.
but Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'll have to look it up. I'll look up that recipe. It's just mashed potato?
The ones I had, yeah,
That's weird. No cheese.
they
or
can.
anything?
I mean, if you want, but the ones I had was just like just mashed potato, deep fried, and it's just so good. It's like really good.
I wonder if you could put these in the air fryer. You know how everyone air fries everything? Or can't you not?
After,
Oh, you can't do it. Because people be making, they be putting like fish battered stuff in there.
you can. It won't be as crispy, I don't think. But yeah, you can. I mean, we saw people do that.
Yeah, I wish mine were a little cheesier, but I know I mess up the sauce like every time. I was having a morning of it. I was hungry. It was early. I felt like I had a lot to do today.
I mean, for me, that's the way I like them. I think the cheesecake are
Cheesier.
too cheesy. Like,
Yeah, they don't mix the cheese. You like them like that. I mean, it's good. It's more like.
I think some bites have more cheese than others. So
It's delicious.
maybe it's more the flavor,
Yeah, it doesn't.
like the flavor of cheese, because there is cheese inside of the noodles
I
too.
feel like the Cheesecake Factory, their cheese can be a little. That's what makes me sick. You know, like I can eat cheese at home and feel fine, but when I eat cheese out at a restaurant, I feel like I always get sick from it. Okay, I'm gonna have one more ball. I'm just gonna bite into this one.
So these are American falafels.
Mm-hmm. They totally are. Good thing we made those to prepare. Fresh. It's actually tastier when you just bite into it. Wow. We haven't really eaten all day. We just had our little eggs this morning, our hard-boiled eggs, so it's our really first meal.
What else can we deep fry?
Everything.
We're so good at this.
Oreos.
I guess we tried it at that fair.
Oh yeah.
Do you still use egg? Like fried in?
I don't know,
Because
probably.
it is sweet, so I can see it being around something that's sweet.
Have you had funnel cake? We could try funnel cake.
Like-
Like elephant ear, like it's at the fair too.
So-
I think it's just fried dough. I'm not sure what it is. It's like powdered sugar on it. You know my mom's like old cooking channel, or like her old channel, she used to just deep fry things. She used to like deep fry Twinkies, or she'd deep fry like a Reese's peanut butter cup. She used to just deep fry things. That was like her old content. Okay, she loved deep frying.
I wonder if the secret to all of them is to have them frozen.
Probably.
Because otherwise they just melt, right?
Yeah.
If it's like chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know how the chocolate ones work.
They must have been frozen and then...
But that's, yeah. I guess.
It just brings them right to the moment of this frying up and then warming up inside.
Yeah, I think our thing with the falafel too was like, we didn't like have it in cold enough, you know what I mean? To like, I don't know. Well, we live and learn. This is new to us, making little fried balls.
You could make deep fried falafel balls.
What? Are they deep fried?
I mean, with coating, with panko.
Oh.
That'd be so fun.
That is weird they didn't have us do it on. It might taste weird though, right? Like this with a falafel inside.
Can work.
I'm surprised they didn't have us do that. Because falafel, you just dumped right into the oil and boom.
Because I think the ground falafel itself is the...
The coating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so odd. I was so confused by it.
That was so good.
Mm-hmm. They are sweet. They kind of just like the Korean fried cheese running. Do you think it's an air fryer that gives it a different taste?
No.
No.
Also, this is a deep fryer.
Oh. Deep fryer.
This is you're confused.
I know, we are not deep fryer people. Every time they put in the deep fryer, I'm like, just put in the oven, it's crispier. I don't know. The deep fryer looks like things are always burnt. They don't seem like they taste, there's something about it that like, doesn't taste that good to me. I don't know if people like love a deep fryer, but.
I think about the air fryer.
Air fryer. Air fryer, the trendy one.
So, air fryer, no. Deep fry. Yes.
Oh, you're right. I'm a little groggy. Been a whirlwind day, y'all.
It's a long day.
It's not over.
For
ASMR.
one.
Cooking.
One.
Live.
One.
OF pics.
One.
Instagram pics.
One. Premiere.
Oh, ASMR premiere. Like there's
On
never.
one day.
4 TikToks. 5 TikToks.
So the way you do it, like in Passover, there's that song where it's like all the different things that happen in Passover. So it's like 5 TikToks, 4 ASMR.
There is a song like that.
Yes, it's like all the...
They have it for Christmas too, like the 12 days of Christmas, my true love gave to me. It's by that. 5 golden rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. You like keep counting down all the things.
Oh, so the biggest number is the sort of like 10 mac and cheese balls. 5 TikToks.
There's 10 for Passover?
No, we made like
Oh.
15 next.
Well, 12 days of Christmas, you can have 10 mac and cheese balls, 9 pipers piping, 8 maids in milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying. Yeah? Yeah.
I heard it, but I don't know the words.
You want to sing your Passover song? I want to hear it.
I need to get the lyrics or something.
You don't know? Because I'm like,
Because it's a weird one. It's not like normal.
Well, it's normal anymore anyways.
Mac and cheese balls.
Oh my god. I was like so hungry. Alright, so do you think 10 out of 10? I honestly give these like a 9.5 out of 10. I love them. I would say I want them a little cheesier. I'm gonna give them a 9 out of 10 because also like there's like a lot of work. I mean, it's not a lot of work, but it's a lot of work. Like a lot of pans and dishes. I'm gonna try doing those. I see these recipes all the time for one pot recipes, meaning you only use one pot. And I always see them and I'm like, what does that even mean? And now I'm like, now I get it.
When we make the soup, it's gonna be like that.
One pot, right? Okay. Oh yeah, we actually yes.
When we make the soup, because basically you just keep adding things to the water.
But you chop.
To the soup. Yeah.
That's
some
another
vegetables
dish.
or something.
That's more than one dish.
No, that's not a dish. That's a cutting board.
Cutting boards are the least favorite thing to clean because it gets everywhere.
I just gotta give it an alright angle, because otherwise all the water
Right.
comes
I've
back.
learned that. I have learned that. Oh my god, my belly. I feel like my belly's gonna probably hurt after all that, but it was so good. Thanks for eating my mac and cheese balls.
Anytime.
We don't have marinara sauce, but we don't usually eat that anyways. That was like an option we could have done, but we just wanted to eat and get it done. Anyways, thanks guys for watching another Cooking with Trish, Tasting with Moses, and we'll see you guys in the next video. If I don't go into labor before that. Got some time. All right, bye.